Crazy part, you ain't even subscribe yet. I know you didn't. Or like the video. What the fuck? Hey, bro. Subscribe, bro.
Infinity.
They be like me, stay on J Rock.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy 3 back with another video, man. As you can see by the title. Man. This is another story time about a sneaky link gone wrong, and like I don't think it's really, and really I'm gonna give y'all two story times because they both dealing with the same person that was involved, but I don't think it's a gone wrong in a way that like most of y'all probably assuming that it went wrong. So I think it's gonna be a good story. Plus I put it up on Instagram. That's how I did the last story time. I mean, if y'all wonder how I'm getting these types of stuff, tap it with the Instagram. They voting. This the one that won, so this is what I'm doing. So I want to take a quick second to say I don't know if I should. Like, is that better, or is it? I don't know, but just gonna leave it like that. But I want to take a quick second to say I appreciate y'all for liking and supporting on these videos too, bro. Like, y'all actually tuning in, y'all telling me what y'all want to see. I'm posting and y'all actually tuning in and viewing it, and I appreciate it. You feel me? Continue to like and support this page. And I also got other stuff. I got TikTok and I got an Instagram. You feel me? To tap in with all of those. I'm always posting on one of them. You feel me? There's always gonna be something going on. But appreciate y'all. Now let's tap in with the story. So this story take place like a couple of years ago, cause I was working at Dollar General, and at the time I had just broke up with a girl I was with for like 3 years. That was like my longest relationship. I had just broke up with her. So I started going out of town a lot, like just on the weekends, just cause I really had nothing else to do, cause me and her was just like always be together type shit for those whole stretch of 3 years. Like, we still had friends and hung out, but majority of the time we would be around each other cause we lived together and shit like that. So after that, I just kind of got like, I don't know, I just got a bunch of free time. So I started going to Albany a lot and started messing with my cousin that stay down here now, and just like being down there every weekend type thing. The thing is with that, that's 3 hours away. And the way my schedule was when I was at Dollar General, I had a store manager and I was assistant store manager. My store manager was an asshole because I literally asked this nigga for Sundays off because like I would go down there and go to church. Like, even to this day, that's the only church I still go to that's down there. Like, I don't go to church up here, and I'm not finna get into all that, but anytime I go to church, I go down there. So for that reason alone, I asked for Sunday off. He's like, nah, I want Sunday off. And he gave me Saturday off. So I'm like, you should be happy, him. Bruh, like, so my off day was Saturday, and I think I had another off day or something. I can't remember, but my off day was Saturday, right? So what I would do is I would get off of work Friday, drive down to Albany Friday when I got off. Mind you, that's 3 hours away. Either get a hotel or stay at my uncle's house for that night, be there all Saturday. And because I had to be back at work on Sunday at 6 o'clock, that's the earliest time on Sunday because we do inventory and scans and all that stuff that day. So we had to make sure the numbers and shit was right. So I went down there, and in the midst of me going down there a bunch of times, I started talking to this girl that's down there and stuff like that, right? So we talking, blah, blah, blah. I done linked up with her a couple times, stuff like that. But here's where the sneaky link part comes in it with this story, cause this is before I started getting hotels going down there. So I would always stay at my uncle's house cause he had a guest room. My cousin was there, everything cool, you feel me? So, but with that being said, with me and my part of the family, they already got a rocky relationship with me anyway. Like, so it wasn't I couldn't have, like, they can come in during the day or whatever, just like I can chill outside, but like I'm not finna just have no girls and shit just staying in there. You feel me? Like, it wasn't one of them situations at the time. So the girl, I had went and got the girl. I think we was like chilling over there all day on some shit. And this is Saturday night, chilling out there on some shit, and was just kicking it like outside or just in the car, just in the crib, whatever. So nighttime come, I'm like, bro, everybody in the house probably sleep. Mine's my auntie, uncle, and my cousin is asleep. My cousin don't care. He with whatever helping me, but I think he sleep at this time too. So the girl there, I'm like, bro, I'm finna leave in the morning. Like, she know I'm leaving this shit. I'm like, bro, like, might as well just stay over here shit. So My dumb ass, I'm like, fuck it. So what I do is I come in the house, cause like the way this house was set up, like say if this the front door, right? There's a window right here, and that's the guest room I was staying in. Around the back and stuff, that's the round room. On the left side, that's my auntie room. But then on the front on the side, like that's where the little driveway and shit at. So really in the front is the living room and that guest room. So what I do is I come in, I lock the door and everything, like I'm coming in for the night. I go in the guest room and open up the window, have her ass come through the window. So you feel me? We fuck whatever, you feel me? I go to sleep thinking nothing of it, forgetting that this is my uncle's, like, cause I got two cousins that used to live there. One of them he had already left and shit at the time. But the other one, so the other room, he basically just used it for like his closet and shit, my uncle. Like had his work clothes and all that shit in there, which I did not know. So I'm in this bitch sleep, cause mind you, like I told you, I'd be getting up at like 3 to go back to make it to work at 6 o'clock type shit. So I'm asleep. This nigga, my uncle work at a factory, so he be getting up any times at night, all types of, like, he might gotta work overnight shift, like whatever. So me not thinking nothing of it, like, I'm in there asleep, and I'm talking about, boy, I was feeling good, and like, cause I think we both was in there like ass naked, like under the cover, like can't even fake it, like if I saw him. So I hear like my uncle coming visiting with the door, like me not thinking nothing of it. I'm like, oh, okay, he can't get in here, door locked, whatever. He gonna go back to his room. This nigga spin back with like a knife or something to unlock the door. And my dumb ass, and this is the only reason why he called me. Like I'd have been stuck like on some shit, like just for having her in there, but I wouldn't have been stuck like, cause okay, so he come in, right? He come in and he got a flashlight and shit, cause he knows like I'm in there asleep or whatever. So obviously he flashing like my bag that like got my clothes shit is right by here. But the girl I was dealing with at the time, simple as put, was, you feel me? I don't know how to say. I don't like giving a talk describing people that I ain't. You feel me? But she was very adventurous. I put it like that. So one of her gifts that day or something that she gave me a pair of like some lace pink drawers, and they was sitting on top of my bag. So that's the first thing my uncle seen. So him seeing that, he just automatically assumed we naked, we in there fucking, which we did, but he didn't know that before he seen it. So then I see him swinging the light. He get to the bed. As we doing now, nephew? I'm trying to play dumb, like I'm not. Oh, you talking about that's what we doing now? We in here with girls and shit, huh? Oh, that we do. I'm like, bro, nah, it ain't even that. So now I had to hurry up, jump up, act like I just give a damn about even getting caught, and goddamn hurry up, took the girl home. And then I just went ahead and got on the road after that, just headed over to the crib. Then obviously he texted me, calling me, asking, talking about it the next day and shit. But that shit was just so embarrassed, cause it's like, you ever thought about something in your head and you just like, boy, yeah, I got everything covered. Like niggas asleep. Like like the thought of him going to work never crossed my mind. Like not one time. So I'm like, we good? You in here? Like I leave early. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna be up. And story number 2 that had to deal with this girl, why I only brought it up because it was dealing with the same girl. So like I said, at the time, I'm going back and forth to Albany like every other weekend and shit, because I was already going down there because I had free time, and now I'm gonna start talking to a girl that stay down there. So I'm going back and forth. Mind you, like I said, I was getting up. Like I would come down there Friday night, stay Saturday night, wake up at like 3 Sunday morning, drive back to work, go straight to work. Like I wouldn't even stop at the house, nothing. I go straight to work, change there, all that shit. Like, so I'm doing that shit, right? So this one time I particularly go down there. I don't even know if me and her were still talking at the time of me doing this, or if this was before that. Cause this story don't really got nothing to do with her. Actually, yeah, no, I was talking to her. Yep, on God. I don't know. Yep. So I think I had done linked up with her, but I think a bunch of my cousins and shit was at my auntie's house and shit like that. And I probably had done went over there to her spot, smashed whatever real quick, shit like that. But this time, it was so funny because I had my brother with me. Like, my brother, I don't hang out with my brother a lot, and it's like, he don't go a lot of places with me, especially not to Albany. So it was just something funny with him being down there. So of course, if you gonna come, bro, you gonna have to do some driving, nigga, because I'm going to work. This nigga wasn't working at the time. I'm like, nigga, and you not paying for gas, no shit like that. So I'm like, hey, bro, like, you gonna drive back type shit, because, nigga, at least that way I can get to sleep before we get up, and I can sleep in the car on the way to work type shit, you feel me? So, he like, all right, bet. So, I think I had linked up old girl and came back to, yeah, I think I stayed up knowing that I didn't have to drive type shit, like this nigga was gonna have to drive. So I think I dropped her off and came back to the crib, my uncle's house at like 2:40, 2:45, waking this nigga up. This nigga already acting on some other shit. So I'm like, see, this nigga tripping. I'm like, bro, get up, bro, come on. Like, I done had to try to wake this nigga up like 5 times or shit. I'm like, bro, you tripping, bro, like, get up, nigga. So he finally get up and shit, nigga moving slow and some more shit, like just moving, it's hella slow. So we finally get in the car, we riding and shit. This nigga, I can tell he still have slept. I'm like, bro, you good? Like, you straight, nigga? Yeah, I'm good. This nigga put on Sade. Mind y'all listen to Sade, Erykah Badu, everybody, all that shit. But like, nigga, I'm not trying to hear that elevator music right now. Like, so I was like, hey, bro. And not saying that's elevator music. It's just, bro, it's night. It's in the morning for y'all try to get at me talking about Sade, and boy, I listen up. But it's night. It's 2:45 in the morning. The hell, we trying to make it home, wake up, boy. That's some shit you put on when you relaxing, boy. You gonna fuck around and crash. And that's exactly what the fuck happened. So I'm telling this nigga, like, I'm like, for 10 minutes straight, like, telling this nigga, turn this shit off, bro. So I finally lay back. Man, I fuck around and look up. Big ass Rambo built ass deer is like, so like, this is us, this is the deer, and he's coming like at the same, like, he coming like head on some shit, but from the side. So I think that, I don't know if the nigga jumped or if he would, because I feel, well, he couldn't have jumped. If he'd have jumped, he'd have been in the windshield with us, like the way he was going type shit. So like, and he was so big, like we hit him, rolled over that nigga and everything, bro. I get out. I think I got a video. If I got a video, I'm post out here. Bro, I get out. That deer is nowhere to be found. My headlights nowhere to be found. Like, the only thing that was left was like the big circle bulb thing that holds the actual light, not like the covering. All that shit's gone. As y'all can see by the picture in the video I just showed, all that shit was gone. So I was just like, bro, what the fuck, bro? So I'm like, damn, bro. And at this point, I'm just happy because I'm like, damn, we could have died. Cause like, bro, I want to tell you, that deer big as fuck. You know, normally deers, if y'all know, normally deers jump. So like, the way it was going, if it had jumped, we kept going straight, nigga would have came straight through the windshield, probably killed both of us or some shit. But we both weren't hurt, both rolled it off. So I'm like, damn. And this is the, hey, bro, Duran, oh yeah, I love y'all, boy, but y'all niggas down bad for this, bro. So I get the call in here, bro. I'm called, first person I called, I think I called Duran, cause that's whose house I was at. I'm calling Duran, I'm calling my uncle, my auntie, they not answering, like, not answering. So I call Hank not answering. I call this fuck nigga, I don't fuck with no more. This nigga answers the phone, looks at me and hangs up. I said, all right, man. These niggas done left me out to die. So I'm looking at the car. I'm like, maybe we can make it back to the crib. I turned around, drive it back to Duran house. And I still was outside like 30, 40 minutes for these niggas came out and finally answered the phone and shit. Like, boy, I could have been dead in the bitch. These niggas was not answering. Like, it was over. Like, I feel it was 3, but damn. But that shit happened because my stupid ass was steady going back and forth, and I shouldn't even been doing that dumb ass shit to begin with. And I ended up having to drive that shit back like that with no headlight, and my shit took like 5 months to get fixed because I was on the insurance with my dad, and I had to go through this nigga for everything to deal with it at the time, and shit was just terrible. But that's a bonus story time. But this concludes the Sneakingly Gone Wrong twin. Again, I'm gonna get back into these shoe videos and shit. I got 2 pair of forces over here. I just been trying to figure out what I should do to them. I might put another poll up on Instagram since they actually voting on that shit to tell me what to do to them. I'll post that because I see y'all really like that too. But outside of that, man, if you got any video ideas, drop them in the comments. Get at me on Instagram, get at me on TikTok. Tell me what y'all want to see. I'm recording and I'm dropping, man. Again, appreciate y'all for the support. Continue to like and subscribe to the channel. We're gonna keep growing. Till the next time, Twin Gang.